Hey Mo on the Go family, how are you guys doing? It's been so long since I vlogged in the car. Anyway, guess what? I decided I am going to take you to Majaoni. Majaoni is an area just kind of not far from me. On where I live on this side is like more hotels. On the other side is where people kind of live. So I'll just take you that direction. And I've kind of stopped in the middle of the road, so I have to put on my hazard lights. It seems this road is actually getting very busy. But anyway, I think you've heard about this VIP club with a bulletproof dance floor and gold all over. It's just behind me here. Very noisy place in the middle of the night, and they say that it's soundproof. It's actually very funny. All right, without further ado, let's go, guys. We're on the go. And Mo on the go with another show as usual. On the go. Let's go. It's been very boring, not going anywhere, so let's go. Guess what? We're at Mwakio's place. I don't know if you remember Mwakio. Mwakio is my good friend. He's actually the land agent within Mombasa area. And we're just deciding, I just asked him to show me my environment. It's good to know your environment around. Of course, I'm at his place where he sells nyama choma. Those of you who like to eat meat, those of you from Nairobi like to eat meat. But meanwhile, just say hi to him. He's there.
Hello, people.
Yeah. All right, so today he's just going to be holding the camera for me. And so let me show you guys outside there. What is the outfit of the day? I'm wearing a skirt. Yeah. So we actually stopped in a place called Majaoni, which is what I wanted you to see. Very noisy, as you can hear from behind there. But I just want to show you a house that's here. Sometimes you can miss things. Look at that house. It's so nice. Yeah. All right. There's a government school here, guys. It's called Majaoni Primary. Look at this beauty, guys. Wow. I found a gem just near my house. It's beautiful. Hey guys, this place is beautiful. Look at it. Karibuni, karibuni pwani. Kuingia rahisi kutoka ngumu. It means that coming into Mombasa is easy, but leaving is hard. Just look at this gem of a place. It almost looks like Kilifi. So beautiful. And it's just here in Majaoni, on the other side of Shanzu. So pretty. So pretty. Here's the outfit of the day. Don't worry about me and my wires. I'm wearing actually a skirt, a long skirt, yeah? And somebody was asking me whether they should take a photo of me. Maybe I should take a photo of myself. I think it's really nice. So these are the gems that we have here in Mombasa. And the reason why I say there's no place like Mombasa, absolutely like none. Zero place like Mombasa. Look how pretty it is. It's so beautiful. And you can actually, you see, chairs for nyama choma. I've actually ordered a sausage and a ginger ale. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I just love Mombasa. This is just it. So anyway, guys, you know, I said this is the year of forgiveness and the year of being happy. What do you think of my necklace? Do you like it? It's got a picture of an animal on it, an elephant, and my cowrie shell earrings. I'm feeling so African today. Friendship is so important, you guys. It's so important. I've started to value it so much, and I've decided now, no joking around with friends anymore. The way I've lost so many friends already. No more joking around, you know. So this is Majaoni area. It's just like about, not far, like 10 minutes from the main road up at Shanzu Teachers College. It's really nice. It's on the other side of Serena. It's so beautiful because actually this is the Mtwapa Creek. This is Mtwapa Creek right behind me right here. People have built houses. It's so beautiful. You don't have to be in a most expensive area to have such a, you know, such a facility. So guys, just soaking up a little bit of vitamin D because it's so important for us, yeah? So guys, anyway, I wanted to tell you a little story. Yesterday, I followed up. I went to see a friend of mine and I had so much fun. I actually met up with Joki. I had a lot of fun. It was actually Sunday. I shouldn't even be telling you what day it was. Okay, yesterday I met up with a friend of mine and, you know, we caught up. And it's like, you know, there's just so much going on. As much as this place is so beautiful, unfortunately, there are no tourists. So because there are no tourists, this is the time. I thought to myself, we were talking and we were saying, this is the time. If you have money, you guys outside there, this is the time to invest. This is the time to invest. I want to show you places where you can invest and buy land and, you know, places as beautiful as this, in front of water like this, so you can actually even build a commercial facility and earn some money. So you can have a house in the front and you can have like a restaurant at the back or something like that, yeah? You know, we may not have all the finer things in life like beautiful malls and everything, but we have fresh air. By the way, I've noticed something. There's so many African Americans returning to Africa. In fact, this is what I want to talk about. The friendships that I had in America as a student, yeah. My first African American friend in America was a lady by the name of Gloria Warren. I was pregnant with my baby and a single mom. And she just, you know, she just took me under her wings. And she was a PhD student at the university and she used to cook for me and make me collard greens. And she says, and she called my baby Kibum Boom a long time ago. She says, oh, Kibum Boom, Kibum Boom, even when he was in my stomach. Till today, I call him Kibum Boom. Chi, Kibum Boom. So crazy, you know? So she was my first African American friend. I'm really looking for Gloria Warren. I hope that she's going to listen to this video, honestly. Because I'm looking for her. I cannot find her. She's from Detroit, Michigan. And honestly, if you guys can, you know, find me Gloria Warren, Dr. Gloria Warren, I'll really, really be happy. Okay, my second African American friend who was very, very close to me and who is still very close to me is Ruth Abraham. Ruthie, hello. Love you so much. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Ruthie is somebody who, she had 2 boys and she was married to a Ghanaian man. And she has always said she wants to come back to Africa. Ruthie, I invite you to Africa and come with your friends, you know. When I was in university, I remember the professors would always try to kind of pit the African students who had come on scholarships, some of them, against the African American students by saying things like, oh, you guys are much smarter, you guys are not like them, oh, you guys do so well. And I never bought that crap. I refused to buy it. I refused because I said, African Americans, what they have been through, if they have survived enslavement from the continent, come through the Atlantic, survived that. Come to the plantations, survived that. Survived rape, survived eating badly on the plantations, eating pig feet and all kinds of things. Coming from the continent where we have plenty of food, if they survived that, hats off, kudos to them. And all I ever saw with you African American brothers and sisters of mine was resilience. I saw strength, I saw love, I saw toughness, I saw no nonsense. Even though the toughness with which mothers raise their children, it kind of worried me at first, because I would see so many African American women who were kind of really harsh on their kids. And I realized this is just because of years and years of oppression, exploitation, working too hard, expecting too much out of the African woman, And the black woman had to be the mother. She had to work. She's like the single parent. The men are so damaged, they have no role models. Many of them growing up without their dads. Their dads, some of them so damaged by slavery, and by enslavement, so damaged by years and years of oppression. And then we expect people to operate normally. I tell you what, the African Americans, I think you guys are absolutely smart and fantastic. So for me, who is here in Kenya, I want to invite all African American brothers and sisters. Welcome to Kenya. Welcome to Mombasa. I myself will host you, okay? Just, DM me. I'm going to put my contacts there. Just, contact me. If you want to come to the motherland, we call it the motherland, I will help you to have a soft landing. Anywhere in Africa, because by the way, I have contacts everywhere, even in Ghana, even in Nigeria, Morocco, Tanzania, South Africa. I have contacts everywhere, because I traveled a lot. So I decided this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give back to my African brothers and sisters because I love you so much. You gave to me a lot when I was having my baby in America. You helped me to raise my son, who has grown up to be a wonderful child today, And Ruthie, I'm waiting for you. I don't know where Gloria Warren is, but please, guys, you need to help me find Gloria Warren. Yeah. So if you're having any problems, for example, trying to figure out how to buy land, and who to talk to, who to trust, any lawyers anywhere. If you need a lawyer, contact me because I have contacts. These are professionals who work in universities, who work in NGOs, international non-governmental organizations, with government, private sector. I have the connections in all the countries. Nobody will ever fleece you. Nobody will ever fleece you of your money. As long as you come through me, I will help you. Of course, it would be nice if you can give me a small tip for any work that we agree on. No problem. And I know the African Americans, people have no idea about the spending power of the African American pocket. The way that Africans have been, projected or portrayed in the international media as poor, with flies all over their face, no water, no facilities. That is exactly how the African American has been portrayed. As enslaved, as somebody who doesn't have any money, all they do is drug dealing. And that's what they portray everywhere. They portray that in the media, and that is what the children are buying. That's what, if you grow up with that, you actually become enslaved yourself mentally, and you imagine that this is exactly how the African Americans are. But when I went to school in America, I know the power of the African American dollar is huge. Absolutely huge. Why? Because a lot of African Americans are actually working any job, and they work many hours. A lot of people who are not African American, for example, the white community, they choose jobs. African Americans don't have the luxury of choosing jobs. So they work. They work, and they work many hours, and that means that they have extra spending capacity. Same thing in the UK. Yeah, they have extra spending capacity. Blacks have a lot of spending capacity, and we buy and buy and buy. They're the ones who are actually going to buy those expensive Nike shoes. They're the ones who are in the entertainment industry, earning millions of dollars. So African presidents and African businesses, please don't underestimate the African Americans. If they say they want to come back to build Africa, we should be rushing we should be rushing at the airport, and creating a free passage for African Americans wishing to come back to Africa. Whether or not, and by the way, whether or not you are a rich African American, Africa is your motherland. Okay? So do not feel intimidated, do not feel unloved, do not feel worried and fearful that nobody will love you, nobody will want you unless you're very rich. No, that's not how it works here in Africa. Most of us here are poor in Africa. Okay, they tell us that we're poor, but I mean, look at behind you. Does that look like poverty to you? Yeah? Yeah, these are handmade goods. This is like a handmade thing. This is handmade. Is that poverty? Look at my hair. This is handmade. Yeah? Is that poverty? No. Poverty is poverty of spirit, not poverty in the pocket. No. Yeah? If you don't have money in your pocket, doesn't mean you're poor. Because as long as you have values, you have respect, you have humanity, you have fresh air, and you have sunshine, man, you are rich. You are rich. So guys, welcome to Kenya, welcome to Africa. Anywhere in Africa you want to settle, whether you want to settle West Africa, East Africa, Southern Africa. And by the way, you can't settle in all of Africa. Africa is not like as you know, Africa is not like the US where you can drive from one side to the other side of the continent. Unfortunately, they imposed all these borders, the Berlin Conference, which was decided earlier, where they went and drew out the countries, and where they divided the countries to themselves. They created all these barriers and borders. Right now, there's something called the Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement and Free Trade Area, which is trying to encourage, or should I say, trying to open up the borders and free the space to allow Africans within the continent to work in any African country, to live in any African country, and to travel freely across the borders like our great-grandparents used to, without having to show passports and things like that. But you know what? There's a lot of resistance because a lot of our leaders are kind of like narrow-minded. They don't actually see. My president, I'm really grateful for, President Uhuru Kenyatta. He is one of the proponents, one of the people, one of the champions, championing the opening up of the borders of Africa to Africans. And I believe because he went to school in the US, he's another person who really wants to see the African American come back and be welcomed and integrate into Africa. All I can tell you, African American brothers and sisters, plan. Everything you have to do, you have to plan. Just plan it. Yeah? Save at least for a year. Come in for a holiday first. Come and see what it's like. Travel to different countries. You can afford to do that. Travel to different countries and then go back. And that's how it works for us. Because me, when I was in university, if I hadn't been coming home often, I would have kind of lost touch. So at first you might get culture shock. Some of you have already been coming to the country, and maybe you went and stayed in hotels, maybe you didn't know anyone. But you know what? We are many diasporan Africans who have lived and been hosted by African Americans in America. And we are back in Africa. We are ready to host you also. We are ready to give back the hand. In Africa, we always give back the hand. So we're ready to give back the hand. So guys, don't be intimidated. Don't be afraid. Yeah? Like there's one of the ladies who I watch, her name is Ashley, and she says, the sun shines differently in Africa. It's true. Just look at the way it's shining on me. It just lifts up my mood. It lifts up my spirit. There's something about whatever it is in America where the sun is not actually shining the same way. But it's actually also because the equator runs across Africa, the middle of Africa. Like within Kenya, the equator, actually runs where the sun is directly above us. It runs directly here. So it can be actually quite strong on your skin. But on the other hand, we get the vitamin D under, being created under our skin. And it's one of the most important immunity boosters. So guys, anyway, I won't talk so much because you know me, I like to talk. But I'm here with my friend Makio, and I'm going to go now sit down and have a sausage and a drink. But because unfortunately the sun is just about to go down now, I won't be able to show you what I'm drinking or eating. So on that note, I want to say, love you so much, my African American brothers and sisters. This is to you. Thank you so much for hosting me. Thank you for making me feel at home in America. And I'm sorry if I ever offended any African American sister and brother of mine. I don't think I did. I was always quite aware about, the situation and about, I had watched so many movies, horrible movies like Kunta Kinte when I was a kid, seeing how people were enslaved. Seeing how, the African American spirit is dampened, how it's attacked. And then impressed with the amazing gift of the garb of the African American. African Americans are some of the smartest people I know in the planet, really honestly. So, and not just African Americans, I've been very, very lucky to also visit with Africans across the diaspora. In the Caribbean, I traveled to Barbados, I traveled to Guyana. Africans across the diaspora, all the way to Papua New Guinea, not actually Papua New Guinea itself, but Solomon Islands. all right, which have the Melanesians, the Polynesians, and the Micronesians. The Melanesians are there, and lovely people, amazing, beautiful African souls. Yeah, all very different, at very different stages of, should I say, of the journey of quote unquote development. Yeah, however we define that. But all I say is that I am very gifted, very lucky to have, traveled like into all continents. So I want to say, African Americans and Africans and black people in the diaspora, please come back to Africa. You're welcome to come here. You need it. We need it. The color of our skin requires that soaking up of that African sun to feel completely whole. Please do not allow yourself to die before you come to Africa. Let it be like a Mecca journey for you. The way that Muslims go to Mecca one time in their life, Africa must be a place that you come to one time in your life. Okay, guys? So do the African Mecca. Please, guys, welcome to Africa. Welcome to Kenya. Welcome to Mombasa. We can go on a boat ride. I'll take you snorkeling. Let's lift up our moods and our spirits, and let's bond. Let's love each other. Okay? Amandla away through. Which means, to you, what does it mean? Amandla away through. It means it's kind of like a call to solidarity. Call to solidarity to all Africans and all blacks and all Africans on the continent. I want you to welcome your African American brothers and sisters the same way our grandparents welcomed the white man onto our continent. We made a mistake. Okay, now we welcome back our brothers and sisters. You know that they trekked, their great-great-grandfathers, they trekked across the continent to get to the oceans, where they were put in ships and stacked like animals, worse than animals, and sent across the oceans, and some of them thrown across on board. Come on, guys. Where is your humanity? Where is your Ubuntu? We don't want the African Americans just because of their money. We want them because they are ours. They are our brothers and sisters, our long-lost cousins, uncles and aunties, and we need them back. We need them back because Africa was drained, not just of brain, but it was drained of manpower. We want our manpower back. Okay? We want our man, woman, and child power back in Africa. Love you guys. And on that note, goodbye. Toodoo.